Coach, what does it mean to this group? You had a beautiful win on Sunday and a good win here that you had to grind out. What does it mean to find a way to pull it out?
Yeah, both teams were throwing rocks out there. We weren't wasn't exactly great flow to the game, but our defense again saved us, and collectively great job on Ingram, great job on Holiday, getting their percentages down. I thought JA and DJ were monumental at the rim. When they did come to the rim, I thought we did a great job protecting it. Offensively, we made some plays at the end. Joe was big. Obviously, Spencer downhill, but we really had to work for this one.
It's been a story with you, since you came in as a head coach, but your plays out of timeouts, and it seemed in a low-scoring game like this that they were huge. How big was the drawn-up plays and the execution out of timeouts tonight?
It's the players out of timeouts instead of not the plays. It's the players. I think they made great plays. Even some of them aren't even scripted. We call the play, but something else happens after. So I give the credit to those guys. Joe made a couple of great drives, great dish to JA under the rim when they hedged out. So it also helps the continuity we have, guys being together for a while. That helps.
You had to play presumably scripted after about a minute and a half when the call got overturned, so you had the timeout to work on that, and then Joe hits a three. Did you feel that was kind of a dagger in this one?
No. I thought it was a big play. I thought it was the corner three that Joe hit, off the under out of bounds. Yeah, it's a play we've run in the past, and JA, all the pieces have to work on that, and Jared Allen set an unbelievable screen. Joe, obviously, best three-point shooter in the league. It's pretty easy to draw a play up for a guy like that.
At the end of regulation, Spencer had that heave. What were you looking for on that?
We weren't. It wasn't great, quite honestly, and I go back and forth. Do you call a timeout there and get something better? Wouldn't have preferred what we got, quite honestly, and we didn't get I think we wanted a switch. I don't think we got the switch on the right guy. Josh Hart is an excellent one-on-one defender. We probably should have brought up their five-man into the pick and roll instead of doing the small. So something we got to work on. That wasn't great execution.
You stuck with the starters the last 13:50 of the game, except for a 5-second sit down by Jared at the end. What does that say about just their will to win? When they're probably running on fumes there.
Yeah, I felt we even subbed them in a little early in the fourth, earlier than usual. Just felt that we needed it, and I feel like those are the past games we build up kind of credit or I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for, but that we can you save it for games like this where you feel a little better, where you got to go get a win and they can play 40 minutes. So I thought we got fresher as the game went on, especially Spencer.
Speaking of Spencer, does this rank high up there in terms of his performances? Because they were throwing tough bodies at him, very physical with him, and he still seemed to find a way.
Well, he said in the locker room, Drew Holiday's probably the best on-ball defender in the league, because Drew can move so well, and then he's so strong, and he anticipates so well. I mean, so that might be the toughest, one of the toughest matchups for Spencer. So they were going at him. Drew was going at him, but he like I said, he kept, that's the athlete in Spencer. Like he kind of shed a lot of that, made some big plays down at the end, got downhill.
Can you talk a lot about David Nwaba's defense, but it seems like whenever you bring him in, it doesn't take him long to get a bucket. Just what do you think is about his offensive game is makes him so effective like that?
I think David Nwaba thinks we put like Corver on the back of his jersey or Harris, because he's shooting 4-pointers now, which I love. I really do. I trust his shot. So a lot of times a guy that doesn't get a lot of attempts in his career, they're just shy, and I don't know what happened, but him turning that kind of switch on where I said, coach wants me to shoot, I'm going to shoot it without hesitation, and we need that spacing desperately. And then all the little things he's doing. The defense is great, of course, but I feel like he's running the floor. We needed his energy tonight. We needed his physicality. He was excellent.
You ended up shooting 60% in the fourth quarter in overtime after obviously not shooting that well in the first three. Did something loosen up, or was it just defensive?
I thought our energy was, we were below average the first three quarters. I was really worried. I thought we were stuck in mud, and then I don't know. We seemed to turn a switch on and got stronger as the game went on. I just say it's a credit to how much dedication they have to their bodies. Our performance team, that they're with them, they're with the performance team more than they're with the coaches, and that's all the little stuff you do. I think pays off.
Is there a little concern about the three-point shooting right now? You've kind of been in a dip here for a while, Torian especially.
No, I think it'll come back. I think it'll come back. I don't think in the first three quarters we got great shots, quite honestly. So I'd love to take tomorrow and work on our offense a little and just go through our plays again and our system. I feel like there's some slippage there. So hopefully we can get some time tomorrow and work on it.
Particularly with Torian, I mean, were those the shots that he wanted?
I didn't feel he was in rhythm tonight. It was, but defensively he was guarding their best player, and I thought held him to 7 of 23. We had him denying Brandon the whole game. Said don't let him touch it, and that takes a lot of energy. So that I think he was focusing on the defensive end. But he hit a big shot on the wing. That was a huge shot. I wish I could tell you the score, but a huge shot on the wing that was important.
How valuable was that, considering what Brandon did to you guys the last time?
Yeah, that was huge. Just getting his percentage down. It was a huge focus of our game plan today. Guys executed. Again, Torian was the main part of that.